Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back on this fine Memorial Day weekend. We have a guest. His name is Jack. Jack, kind sir, tell everyone if they don't know who you are.
Yeah, so I'm a current professional goalie and I play with the Danville Dashers. I had a stint with the Mississippi Seawolves back when they were the Mississippi Seawolves, Baton Rouge Zydeco when they had a organization. And then I was coach for a little bit this year with Indiana Sentinels for like the first couple weeks before the season started, and then I've also been with the Watertown Wolves. I've been in practice goalie with the Indiana Sentinels as well for a couple times this year. So, and I also have my own podcast, On the Spot Sports, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And yeah, I've been playing senior hockey too in the semi-pro ranks and the MIHL with the Muskegon Voyagers and the Blue Water Stars in Port Huron when they were a team. And then I was also in the APHL this year with the Worcester Bulls as well.
Really, you've been all over the map. Are
Yeah.
you are you wanting to come back up to the Fed, or are you quite content where you're at?
Yeah, I'm wanting to come back to the Fed. Like my goal for this year is to be a mainstay in the Fed and get my actual shot, because it's like I've been in the league the last 3 years in some way or sort. Like I was in Watertown for a full year in the 23-24 season, and then part of the 24-25 I was with Watertown as well. And then and then I had to stay with Indiana for a little bit for practicing this year, as well as being with the Sens earlier in the year. So it's been I'm wanting to come back. It honestly doesn't matter what team. Like I'm looking to come play and put up wins for whatever team that is.
Well, last time I checked, there was 5 teams that came back this year. So 3 of them are out in California, one's in Minnesota, the other one's in here in Michigan. So you have a 1 in 5 chance of going to the by another team. I
Yeah,
mean, there's always that. So
yeah. I always find my way back in the Fed somehow. So I'm sure I'll find my way back into it this year coming up.
what's your take on the whole California thing? Being a former player or current player, like, I mean, if you got that call, would you take that trip?
I think, I mean, it's definitely like I like where it's going. Like if you keep building on like that West Coast, like I think you can get really something special over there, because the teams in California, like the Ducks, like they have so many NHL, AHL teams there, and like Stockton, the new Stockton team, like is an old AHL barn, I'm pretty sure, and the ECHL barn as well. And I've heard that they've packed it pretty well for a few years there. And then you have the San Diego team. So I think it could work. They just got to keep adding teams, which I know they are, and I I would definitely consider going there. It would have to be like a good situation though, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where your location is, but if you're in the Northeast or the Northwest, well,
Yeah,
80 degrees is better than -80.
yeah. Like I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana right now at my girlfriend. So it's 80 degrees here, and I wouldn't mind going to California for beach weather, but it also has to be the right situation too, because I would
Oh,
prefer to be close to here as well. It's like the Midwest and like Port Huron, Motor City, like places like that, like back to Indiana. Like I would love to be back over there.
yeah, I mean, you're close to home being in Indiana, like you said. So it's a no brainer. Well, keep me here in Indiana or what, 6 hour drive to Michigan. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
that would be ideal, especially because I have a dog now too. I have a puppy, like you guys saw earlier. I have a puppy. My girlfriend too is up here, so it's got to be a good situation. But I fully expect to be back in the Fed this year.
yeah, I mean, that's a good stepping stone. I mean, with a podcast, you're able to put your brand out there, and you got experience with other teams, like you just said, Watertown. Watertown has a new owner,
Yeah,
so you got a good chance. I could honestly say that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I always find my way back in the Fed, and a lot of it's who you know too. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that I do know in the leagues, and like my old teammates can also vouch for the type of guy I am too. And I'm sure none of them would be like, oh yeah, Jack's gonna ruin something. They'll all be like, Jack's gonna fit in right in with the boys, and the boys will love him right away.
Yeah. You got to have that room vibe. Do you fit in the room or don't you fit in the room? And
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I think.
yeah. Justin, I can see you chomping at the bit over there. Go ahead.
I'm not really chomping at the bit. So, you said you played with Indiana, or you coached with Indiana?
Yeah, so I was a coach up until the week of the first regular season game. So I was there for like a month, and then I decided I want my heart's still with playing and everything. So I decided to step down from coaching to continue to play again. So I went back to the semi-pro ranks in the APHL and put up a good year in Worcester, Ohio. So I think I set myself up pretty good for the future. And you got to do what your heart thinks too. Like you can tell right from the get-go's that my heart was still with playing.
Yeah.
So, were you there when Everett Thompson was in the organization, or was that before Everett was brought in?
So I was there before, but then ET brought me into practice for like a month, but in the February and March, and I've known ET for the last couple of years too, and he's the one that brought me to Baton Rouge for that little stint as well. So I've known him, and he's done great things in Indiana too.
Yeah. I mean, like, better record than Watertown. I mean, you come off a losing record. You lost every single game for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
And you have a winning record. That has to impress people. I think he should have got the most improved reward, or whatever the reward they give out, in my opinion. I'm sticking to that.
Yeah, like just being around, like I love my time at the beginning there, and then when I got brought back in by ET, like you can tell things changed. Like it was like good practice, good tempo, and like ET really knew what he was doing. Everyone respects him too, and everyone really was dialed into the systems and everything there, and you can tell that it was a good group to be part of for the month that I was there.
Yeah, he put a defensive strategy involved. So I mean, it worked. It really worked.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's good to see them succeed too. Like especially towards the end of the year there, and come out of that last place spot too.
yeah.
Because can they ride that? Because it's a momentum. It's a momentum swinger there. If you think about it. Oh, we got a winning record. Can they hop on that train and ride that through the season and gain more wins than they did?
I think so. ET brings in the guys that are going to commit to the system, and like he knows how to get the most out of his players. So I wouldn't put it past him that him and the organization, whoever he brings on, is gonna succeed past that where they were even last year to end the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun to see.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, you got to ask yourself, sitting back and like knowing all these teams that are coming in, current teams, the 4 California teams or whatever. I was out there. God only knows what's going to happen there. It's going to be really interesting what they do with the divisions.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're going to do with the divisions. That'll be an interesting thing to see what they're going to do to split the divisions.
You almost have to.
What's your take on the salary cap this year in the Fed? I mean, did
it change from last year?
Oh, it changed.
What's it now?
Richard, I think you have it next to you. What it was? I think it was like SPHL level.
I mean,
I think
that's good.
I think it was 3,000 for a rookie. I think that's the SP, right? 3,000 for a rookie, 4,000 for a veteran.
I don't, let me find. I want to get the numbers correct before we start.
I know they opened it up. They opened it up to get to that SP level.
Yeah, I mean the game's just getting better and more like they're more skilled guys are coming in. Like it's a good league to be in. So like I'm glad that the salary cap's getting raised because it's getting every year it's getting better and better, and you have guys coming from Division I, NCAA now, like major juniors. Like there's guys that are like coming in that are like legit good hockey players from like an NCAA Division I standpoint and above.
Well, I mean, you look at Port Huron; they had Dietrich with them from D1 school. I mean, his level and style of hockey is, I hate to say it, way above Fed hockey. I can tell you that much.
There's a lot of ECHL guys that are coming down to the Fed, so it's also good to see that because you're seeing a lot more competition than you have in the past years.
Yeah,
which only makes the hockey even better.
This is what the board of commissioners said during the big powwow they had. The board also approved an adjustment to the league salary cap to bring it in line with the SPHL levels. The move is also intended to strengthen competitive balance, improve player recruitment, and continue rising the standard of play across the league.
Yeah. So like I said, going to raise the competition, and everyone. A lot of people are going to want to come to the Fed because I know a lot of people are like, oh, like I don't want to like come to the Fed because the money, but like it keeps getting raised up and got more and more guys are wanting to come to the Fed now. So it's good. Good to hear
that. I got thinking about that, Richard. Actually, I didn't even talk to you about that yet, but with the salary cap being open that wide, what's your training camp look like this year for each team? I mean, it's going to be bigger than, 6-7 guys. I mean, you're going to have a full on, pretty much a whole roster trying out for the team.
Yeah. I think training camp will be just because I know like in past years it's been like 30, 40, 50 guys come to main camp and training camp. But I think it'll be like the actual roster that will be set for training camp will just be like an extra like week-long practice.
It's going to be different. It's going to be different. That's it's going to be interesting and different. Let's just put it like that. I mean, what more can we say on that?
Yeah, cause, like it'll definitely raise everything like that how it's been before. So that'll be at least good. And like in Watertown too, like my second year even like it was the rosters were for camp were like cut down even shorter. So like you really just had like an extra long practice, and like I think it'll be beneficial because you're just getting the systems in. You're like having like normal practices just to get ready for your first game of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, I don't know how much, Jack, you follow the Fed or what's going on in the Fed. So there was some breaking news. I think, Richard, we talked about it before. The commissioner owning what, 2 teams? What's your take on that?
It's like 50-50 for me, cause it's like if everything's gonna be fair, 100% across the board, like I'm fine with it. But if you're gonna put more favoritism and then try to like use those 2 teams to better like I don't know how to say, like better those teams, and just because you have those 2 teams as an ownership, like I think that's where you draw the line. But like I don't mind it, like as long as everything's being fair, like it's fair game, I think.
I mean, he's got to, I guess you could say he's got to split the jobs one way and the other way. So, I mean, when you're doing the commissioner stuff, you can't lean towards the teams that you own.
Yeah. You have to
But
be like,
when you're doing owner,
like separate.
yeah. Yeah. But when you're an owner, well, then, I mean, I don't want to see people like, the whole Black Bears organization going to your team because, well, they are 3-time defending champions. So,
yeah.
But I mean, I guess everybody's got their different opinion on that, but I do have to agree if it is evenly drawn down the middle.
Yeah,
I guess I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you separate the two, I'm 100% for it.
Yeah. How was your time in Watertown? I mean, was that interesting there? Or you played for Watertown, right? Yeah. There's a lot of things going on in my brain right now, man. I apologize. But yeah. But you played for Watertown. How was that organization?
Yeah, like I like it was like my first experience with a pro team. Like I like the year before, like I had an emergency backup goalie situation for a week in the SP and with Evansville. So that was like my first taste of what a pro organization is like. But then like I spent a whole year and a half basically with Watertown. So like, but like I enjoyed my time there. Like we had everything we needed there. Like Penner did a great job of just like having all of us like commit to the systems and everything. And you could really tell, especially that second year that I was there for like the half year, like we were a super good team up until like that like halfway point when the whole situation went happening with Watertown and all that. But like I honestly enjoyed my time in Watertown. Like the fan base was unreal. Like the community is unreal. Like I've like that's like my big thing is like if I'm gonna be like I want to be part of the community. So like I try to do everything that I can to be in the community. Like I was coaching kids throughout like the youth programs throughout the time there, like private lessons, private goalie lessons, and like it was honestly a good time. Like I have nothing but good things to say about Watertown, like the fan base in Watertown, and I'm glad they got a new owner and like I think from what I've seen with what the new ownership's going to do, like I think it'll be a good thing for Watertown.
Oh yeah, you got a new owner, a new coach. I mean, everything's in line. They just got to get the pieces together and win.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is just winning. Got to do everything to win, and like it comes with it starts from like the top and it works way to the bottom as well.
Yeah. What do you think, Justin?
Oh, I'm just trying to get this to expand, buddy. You can keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like I said, like you look back on what you did with your podcasting, you had a lot of big names on there, like Cooper. And did you have Fetz on there at one time, I think?
Yeah, I did a couple weeks ago, like maybe a month ago, I had Fetz on there. Like I had a lot of, I'd B-Way, I had like a lot of port guys. And like I've had guys throughout the league too.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. What's your most favorite interview with all that? I mean, we all got to have our own favorite. I mean, we have ours here at Thumbs That Talk. What's yours?
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one, but like when I had Frankie McClendon, like those were always my favorites. When I had Frankie on the podcast, like having like Fetz and B-Way on the show, that was cool. Reed Cooper as well, like those are some that stick out right away. Like, and then obviously like I've had like Scott Darling, Christopher Stieg, like guys that have won Stanley Cups on the show as well. It's like that's pretty cool because like you don't really hear the NHL side. Like I know the Fed side. Like I lived the Fed side. Like I've had that experience, but like you don't have the experience from like a guy in the NHL that will share stories like that. And just like it's cool to see. Like doesn't really matter the level. Like from the NHL to the Fed, like you're still gonna have those stories, and you're still gonna have a good time with the boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
what kind of was there a different? Like, was there pretty much the same stories between the NHL and the Fed, or is it completely different? Like a whole completely different ball game.
I mean, obviously you have like the travel stories and like the Fed and all, and like the bus breakdowns and all that. Like there's quite a few that went from my experiences too that are funny, but like you just like the stories of just I think like Scott Darling said like he had like a fan just like chirping like just like a boyfriend like chirping him like in during TV timeout, and he just told like the dude's girlfriend to just give him a call like after the game, just like random like that's something you would see in the Fed, but like just to hear that from like an NHL game during a TV timeout, like that was pretty funny. But like you also hear like of just like what it like it's a different mental side when you're playing the NHL and you're playing 82 games or whatever it is, plus you go into the playoffs and you're probably playing 96, 98 games if you make it all the way.
Yeah. What is your favorite bus story there, Jack?
My first road trip to was like when I signed in Danville. Like I was an e-bug for my first 4 games in Danville before I actually like signed my first like actual like contract there. And then like we were on the bus and like one of the doors just flew open mid bus trip, so we had to like put like clear tape around it and just like duct the panel back on. So like just like random stuff that happens like that. Like I don't have any stories where we got to stay overnight because the bus broke down, but like just like random like things just coming off the bus that was probably like the best one.
Yeah, there's a lot of one. There's a lot of bus stories that are
interesting.
Yeah, interesting's a good one.
I think I don't know if you go back into some of our videos, you'll see Chris Pollin's bus story there. That was quite the entertaining one there, but
yeah, I'm sure he has a bunch of good stories like that from playing, from coaching as well.
Oh, he does. That was a great interview. I like I said, I watched some of your guys's too, and he was still like a teenager when you interviewed him. So, but
yeah,
who was
like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, Carolina still. So, yeah. Who's inspired you through your hockey career? I mean, we trying to figure that one out here.
I would say probably like in the NHL right now, probably Jordan Binnington. Like, I know everyone has their opinions about Binnington and like just like how fiery he gets, but like I kind of like I know there's like a time and a place for that. Like this year, like there's been a couple times like even in the APHL and Worcester that like I've had to get something going. So like I had that fiery spark in me too. But like I think like there's a time and a place to get that fiery, and like I do like the fiery part of it because like it shows like you care, and like I'm the type of person that's going to carry everything on my sleeve, on my heart. So like just to have that emotion, like obviously like hockey's an emotional game, like things are going to happen, but like just it I think like if you're like obviously everyone has their own thing, but like it shows that you care, especially if like you want to get something going. Like sometimes like Bennington, you gotta start something to get the boys going.
Yeah, you always you gotta push the boundaries to get everyone fired up, and
yeah. You have to ride that line.
Yeah.
I think the River Dragons have that in their goaltender, Trevor Babin. I think he likes to spark a little fire underneath everybody.
Yeah, I know Babs. I've had Babs on the podcast too, and like I like the fieriness too for that he does. Like sometimes you gotta, like I said, you gotta do stuff to get the boys going, and like this year, like even like I got ran a couple times by the same team, and then in the finals, like I got interfered with, but they I got interfered with again, and like I was just giving it to their bench, but like it's like just that firiness, like it's emotional sometimes, and you gotta show that you care because it's part of the game too. So like you just gotta ride that line though. There's a time and a
Yeah.
place for sure, but like sometimes you gotta teeter off that line too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people they want to go over that line, but sometimes when you're playing a big game, you have a lot of emotions running. It's good to ride that line.
Yeah, like that time that we played in Buffalo this year, like they're first place in the league and we were dead last at like this part of the season. Like we got to like fourth place in the league by the end of it, but like we had like a patch where we were like just struggling, like the whole team. Like they're like and like I had my best game against Buffalo and we're up 2-0 and the guy runs me, so like I give it to him, and then I mean we ended up losing 3-2 in overtime, but like it was still like that's a big game. Like no one expected us to even get a point or be close to beating that team, let alone get a point. So like that's like a time where you're feeling good too, and like everyone knows it, and the team's gonna try to get under your skin, like they did. They tried to run me, but like that fired me up even more.
I don't get why this year, Richard. I mean, we've heard a lot of goaltenders just getting ran into this year. I mean, I think we could talk about a few games that we've seen it, but you look at the NHL and like, okay, NHL, I mean, I've watched some clips where they've ran their goaltenders and stuff like that, but you don't see it that often. This year in the Fed and other leagues, you've seen it quite often.
Yeah. I think it's just guys trying to get under your skin, and we played Buffalo like a month later, and we ended up getting a win 5-2, and I got ran that game too, just by a different guy. So like sometimes like teams expect to be winning by a lot more than they actually are, or they're obviously not playing the greatest, and or maybe they're playing their regular game, but they're somehow finding their way on the losing side. Like they're gonna try to do something to run you. I mean, it's part of the game. Like stuff happens. Like it's the end of the game. Like it's funny because the guy that ran me like the first time, like we're actually buddies now. So like it's yeah, like we're both like it's an emotional, like we're both competing, we're both fiery, like stuff happens, like, and now we're just cool.
You're not in his wedding this year, are you?
I am not. I don't think he's getting married this year, so I am not.
I mean, we all can agree there's a time and there's a place for everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think running goalies is the time or the place to do that. I mean, if you want to hurt somebody, well, is it appropriate to do it? Maybe you bump into them, but just don't clear their head off.
Like I think like if you get right, like I don't think you should run the goalie, but like maybe if you like give him extra, like stop right in front of his crease, like and dump it in, stop right in front of my crease. Like I think that's fine, but like just going through someone, I don't think that's right.
I've always thought running into a goaltender, the other team I look at it as you're a threat to the other team. They know they can't score on you, or you're a hell of a goalie where, what are we going to do to score on this guy? I mean, look at, Reed Cooper, for instance. He was a big threat in the Fed this year. I mean, there wasn't a lot of pucks that got past him, but if you got one past, you better be thanking the hockey gods, because, well, between him and Tomei, they were the two toughest goaltenders to score on.
Yeah. And like I like that stuff too. Like when like you said, like it's like you're the villain. Like I think someone in the NHL said it the other day too. Like I don't know if it was Lyon or So it was someone, or no, it was Jacob Dobes. And he's like, I like that stuff. Like it feels like I'm a villain. Like because like
It,
in effect, in a way, it's true because they're the ones that are trying to get it past you, and obviously you're doing something. You're a really good goalie if they're not getting anything past you when they think they should.
Well, Richard always says goalies, and we've noticed it through some of our, Port Huron goalies, different goalies in the league. Trevor Babin, one of them. I mean, real nice guy. I've talked to him off the ice in Port Huron. Decent guy. I don't like him on the ice, but that's a different story. But he does what he's got to do for his team. What goes through your guys' minds? Like, goalies are different from everybody else on the ice. Like, what goes through your guys' heads? Like, my wife says goalies are just different.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think like I'm a normal goalie, like, but like when I tell that to anyone, like I told that to my girlfriend the other day and she laughed at me. So obviously I'm not a normal goalie, but like honestly, it's just you got to be crazy to take a 100-mile-per-hour puck off your face. Well, obviously something's not right, but like just my mentality every game is one shot, one save. Like I probably repeat that thing 1,000 times throughout a game, and doesn't matter if like I gave up a really bad goal or like it was an actual snipe and nothing I could do about it. Like my mindset's just one shot, one save. I got the next shot, and we'll go from there. And just like you keep building off of that stuff, like make that one save, and then come down, make another save. Like you're just building off of it, and you're just finding that flow state and get into that groove.
That's the thing. You got to get in that groove. You got to get that rhythm. I don't know if that's the appropriate word in this, but rhythm. You got to get that game flow down and map out everything on the ice because you have a different view being from in a cage, so you got to see everything.
Yeah, like when you're not chasing the puck or fighting the puck, like, and you're in that flow state, in that groove, in that rhythm, like everything's calm. Like your confidence is obviously at an all-time high throughout that time, and like that's when like I think the real fun comes out too. Is like when you're in that flow state and you're relaxed, because like what are you doing if you're not having fun? Like why are you playing the game? Like that's how like I look at it, as like it's just another game. Like I've done this hundreds of times. Like just go out there, have fun, and I tend to play my best when I'm not overthinking about stuff and just out there having fun and stopping the puck.
Yeah.
What's the vision like? I guess obviously I played hockey, but I didn't play goalie. I'm not that crazy to do that. Not calling you nuts or anything, but I just know I would be falling down on the ground, probably crying after getting hit with a puck. What's the vision like? I mean, in the mask, I mean, how can you see a puck that is so small? It's coming at you 100 miles an hour. You got, let's say, for instance, Tyson Kirkby in front of you, who stands 6'4" on skates or 6'5" on skates. How do you see it?
Just find ways to just see that puck. Like that's the thing. Like especially when there's traffic and everything, like you literally got to find everything. Like look everywhere and find that puck. Like obviously, like I don't even notice like that I have a cage on anyway. Like half the time that I don't notice like the lines of like the mask, the cage. Like it's just like a clear vision for me. Like I don't notice anything. It's just where's that puck and how can I put myself in the best possible position and make that save.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just got to hit you. Obviously, it's not the most like thing that you want just to have it hit you, but if it keeps it out of the net, keeps it out of the net.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You just got to get like, I think you got to start young with goalie.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I think that's the crazy part is I didn't start playing goalie until I was 18. I'm 20, about to be 26 next week. So like I played forward from 3 until I was 18, and then I switched over to goalie at 18. So I started when I just got out of high school as a goalie.
Yeah, and it's like when you're 18, imagine when you're a kid that you're 5 and you're a goal.
Yeah.
Like, you know how bruised and battered you are? You know how, like, I know you're a little kid. Excuse me. I know you're a little kid. You're not slinging 100-mile-an-hour fastballs at somebody, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 5 and when you get older, like,
Still
you're
hurts.
kind of calloused to it.
Yeah. Like I think it's good to start young. Like I definitely wish like I turned into a goalie when I was younger, but like it just makes the story sweeter when starting at 18 and seeing where I am right now is like if like because I didn't play juniors or college either, and I've been this will be my 4th year in the Fed hopefully this year, so like just to see how crazy it's been, like I wouldn't change it. Makes everything more sweeter.
Yeah, you're starting off basically as a young man in a professional sport playing hockey. It's nerve wracking, and my hat's off to you for taking a 3.5-inch puck off your cage. I mean, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, sometimes it hurts, sometimes it rings your ears and you smell burning rubber, but it's part of the position, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Maybe that's the crazy part that comes out of me, is that I'm willing to take that shot to the head. Doesn't matter if it's a one timer or a slap shot. I'll ring it off the head.
Okay, that puts you in a whole different that puts you in a whole different bracket. To be honest, it's kind of like, I mean, I'm sorry, the only analogy that comes to my mind when I pictures that is Happy Gilmore standing in that batting cage.
Yeah,
that's all I can picture, Jack.
That is impressive.
You said you want to come back to the Fed this year, right?
Yeah.
And you want to stay close to home. What are the top 3 teams, I guess, if you got the phone call, what top 3 teams would you want to go to this year?
Port Huron, Motor City, and Indiana.
I like your thinking already.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sure you could talk to Chris Paul, and I'm sure he'd bring you up for camp.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Paulie to let me come up. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
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 But honestly, I'd go anywhere if there's an opportunity and a shot to.
Oh yeah, I
games,
just meant like
anywhere.
Staying closer to home. You said you're already in Indiana, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, what's your take on Minnesota being so close to South Dakota? Should they have just moved to South Dakota, or?
It's the hockey state. Like I think it could. I think it could work in Minnesota. I think I don't know anything really about that area where they're playing out of, but I think it could work.
Yeah, then they were closer to
their logo's sick too. Like I really like the logo and the colors and everything. Like the name fits it perfectly.
That's one thing I'm digging on is their color scheme. That's pretty cool how you took the Northern Lights and made it your colors.
Yeah.
So you played for the Stars, right? Blue Water Stars?
Yeah, I played for Blue Water in 22, 23.
What was it like with Austin Dunn?
I actually lived like whenever because I would travel from where I live in Illinois, and I would travel up for practices and games because we only practice like once a week, and it was usually like a Thursday or Friday, and then I'd stay the weekend, and I'd stay with Dunner and his parents. So like I got nothing but good things to say about Dunner, and he's a good guy, a funny guy, and I'm glad he was my defenseman because if I need him to come step in for me to fight someone, he will.
He's been trying to get Chris Paul to sign a 1-day contract for him.
I would love to see that. That'd be funny.
Still working on it, but he has his eyes sight on a certain player, but I think Richard knows what player that is. We all know what player that is, but I don't think he plays for Indiana anymore, so.
Yeah.
I think you got good things coming your way, Jack.
Yeah.
Just talking to you for this last 40 minutes. I think you got a lot of good things coming to you. I think you're going to bring a hell of a lot of good skill sets to your new home.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and yeah, like I'm willing to do anything. Like I know what I can bring to the table, and I know I can help any team win games. Like I've been waiting for the moment to actually see action again, and I want to get a win under my belt too.
Yeah, and I mean a win is awesome, but I think a cup
Yeah,
is a hell of a lot better.
well, cup would be nice, and that's the main goal. Is every year my main goal is to go whatever league that is go in and win a championship. So that goal never changes. But you got to start somewhere, and you got to start with that win. Got to get into a game first, and then get that win, and then work your way up and build throughout the season.
Yeah, and you start with training camp, and you work your way up to be the number one. And yeah,
That's
Now,
that's what it takes.
how does that work for you? I mean, obviously you're looking to get back in the Fed. What's the steps you got to take to, I guess, maybe even get noticed in the draft, I guess, or picked up, or
Like
I mean, does that go through an agent?
I know like a lot of people in the league now. So like I've played with a lot of guys, and it's like just using like the experience from like what other players my teammates have thought of me to bring up to their coach, or go to these free agent camps or whatever, and really show what I can do. And like I've done that in every free agent camp I've been to, so I'm not worried about that. But just reach out. Like that's the biggest things that I've learned is like no matter what league, like even if you perform like the absolute best, like you still got to look out for yourself. And that if that's emailing coaches, texting coaches, calling coaches, like every couple weeks, like putting yourself out there, like that's what you got to do. And like that's where I've gotten my opportunities. Like that's what I did, and that's what I did when I went to Mississippi. That's what for Baton Rouge, for Danville, for Indiana. Like it's all like just looking out for yourself and using those resources like texting, calling, email to find your way and find a spot. And like once you're hungry too, like that, like coaches will be like, this guy's hungry, like let's give him a shot.
how was your time in Baton Rouge? I forgot about that. You did play for Baton Rouge. How was
Yeah, I
your
forgot
time
to
down
say it
there?
again.
I mean, I was only there for a weekend, because like I was an emergency backup for Mississippi and Baton Rouge. Like that's also a funny story, because like I drove 13 and a half hours from Illinois to Biloxi on like a limb to back up for I think it was Friday. Like I left Thursday morning, got in Thursday night, practiced with the team Friday. Then because they had their goalie got called up to the SB to Pensacola, and then funny story, he actually got sent down that same day that I got there. But the coach, Rich Perrant, was like, "You drove 13 hours. Like I'm not like I'm a goalie too. Like because he played in the NHL. Like I got a lot of respect for Rich Perrant there, and he was like, I'll have you back up tonight. Like our goalie's back from Pensacola, but like I'll have you back up tonight. So and then practice with Mississippi on Saturday for morning skate, then got released, and then that's where ET actually called me on Instagram at like 1:00, like when I was eating lunch with my parents at like a restaurant in Biloxi, and was like, "Can you e-bug tonight for just across the room, because we're playing Mississippi?" So like I went from one side, the home side, to the away side for Saturday's game, and then I was released after that. They tried to figure something out, but it didn't work out. But then I found myself in Danville 2 weeks later. So it was quite the interesting 2 weeks. 2 weeks from that span to be emergency backup, and then signing my my contract with Danville.
Yeah. How was with the Dash? Was it a pretty good experience with Danville,
Yeah.
or
Nothing but good things to say. Like that was honestly probably one of the best groups that I've played with. Like obviously, like everyone knows what the record was and everything like that, but I think they're 1-in-35 or something like that when I came in, and then I was there for the 2 other wins in our last 10 games, I believe. So, and like I honestly think like if we had that roster for the whole season, because like when I came in, like it was 10 new guys, like half the roster got released the day before, and like 10 new guys came in. So like I think if you had that roster that we ended the year with, like I think we'd be at least a 500 team. Yeah, like
at least? Yeah.
yeah, and like
I think
everyone was so good there. Like there's no one, like everyone knew the situation that we were in. Everyone just put their head down, worked, grinded, and didn't complain.
I think they had potential. I think the Dashers had potential. They had a team. They even picked up I can't even remember the goalie's name. He played for Port Huron for 1 year as a collegiate, and then was released, and then went to the Dashers. But
Yeah,
I think what they were lacking was the coaching staff itself. I mean, I don't want to really say maybe that was a problem. I really don't know what the problem was there, but like you said, towards the end of the season, they had a hell of a roster.
mm-hmm.
They had a team that could do it. If they could have just stuck it out and stayed another season, they'd probably be where Indiana is coming into this season. Like Indiana's going to be a threat. I mean, Everett Thompson, we all know Everett Thompson. He's a hothead. I mean, that's what Port Huron likes about him. He's a hothead. But you know, he's got the knowledge. He's got the hockey IQ. I mean, he would fit anywhere in this league, playing or coaching.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I 100% agree that we would at least be a 500 team if that same roster was to start the next year for Danville. Like we'd at least be a 500 team. Like there's nothing but good times in that locker room. Like there's no cancer throughout that locker room. Like I said, like we all knew the situation we were in. We all just put our head down, worked, and had a good time off the ice with the boys at the apartments.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to get that. You got to get everyone on the same page, and if that same page is letting go 10 guys and bringing in 10 new guys, or vice versa, you get everyone on that same page. Now you get the ball rolling. Now you get wins underneath the belt, and it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, and like the fan base and everything, like we were all like heartbroken when that whole story came out about the Dashers folding, because like the community of Danville was nothing but good to us. Like, and like we had like post game skates with the fans after the game, and just fans would tell their stories of how much the Dashers meant to the community and everything like that. So like seeing Danville not have hockey anymore, like now they have like the USPHL team, but like at the time, like it was sad seeing not having them see hockey in Danville again. It was tough, because like there's nothing but good things to say about that community, and like there like some of the fans from Danville actually came to Indiana to watch some of the games, like, and like they went to a couple of, like, we had like a beer event or something like that at the beginning of the year, and some of the Dashers fans came to that and chilled with, because a lot of us played for Danville last year at the start of the year with Indiana.
I think that's just like the HC Venom when they were in the league.
Yeah,
they struggled. I mean, every team's going to struggle when you first come into the league. It doesn't. I mean, you're not going to have the perfect roster. You're not going to have the perfect staff. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, no.
But I think that's like HC Venom. They had a hell of a roster towards the end there too. I mean, they just I guess it was rink issues. It wasn't really their issue. It was more the rink issue wise. But I mean,
got to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we did in Danville, was roll with the punches. Like didn't get upset about the outcome of what happened. Like I said, we all knew the situation. We just wanted to show up and play hockey, and that's what we did.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just got to put your nose to the grindstone and do
That's
your job.
the game.
So did
And
we
that's-
see you in Port Huron training camp? Did we see you Indiana this year or
So,
what?
up to Paulie, up to ET. Like I'm good for whatever. I'll be somewhere though.
Yeah, I mean, like we had we had a lot of players on and everything like that. We had Gordon Whalen on, and it's like, well, if you ever come to Port Huron or you're playing against Port Huron, we'll find you. We will shake your hand and say thank you.
Yeah,
I think you're going to end up somewhere up here.
I'd be excited to meet you guys too.
Yeah,
I think Motor City coming back and stuff, which, again, give them a shout out. They're coming back. They're looking for everything right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they only signed a defenseman, and I think he's Russian, so they had to sign him early to get his visa issues taken care of.
Yeah.
But
I'll see you guys this year, whether it's in Motor City, in Port Huron, in Indiana, wherever. I'll see you guys.
Oh yeah, and we keep. I mean, like I said, we will keep an eye on your stuff. Your stuff is pretty interesting.
I mean, if you're in Indiana, just don't take the booze and the beating too hard. You know, we'll tell people to calm down a little.
I love that stuff. Like I was backing up in Danbury, and like Danbury fans just giving it to me. Like I enjoy that stuff. Like it makes it fun just sitting there and just hearing everything that people are saying. Like I love that stuff. Like bring it on.
Yeah, it's a starter. It makes you drive harder.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're gonna belittle me and badger me and call me all these horrendous names. Guess what? The scoreboard says otherwise.
Yeah, and like those guys are usually the guys that'll just go after the game and like talk to you and just like bring you like the Danbury fans like brought us beer for the bus, like that were chirping us, like just stuff like that. Like those are the fans that are just gonna like the game's the game, but like after the game, like we're all cool and everyone's willing to talk, chill.
We're like that in Port Huron, aren't we, Richard? We'll give you a hassle all night long. We'll try getting in your head. I mean, some goalies you can't get in their head; they just tune it out. But I mean, after the game, like you said, there's skate with the players with a lot of these teams. You know,
Yeah.
Hell, I've told one of the players that I know from another team, Davide Gaeta, who played for Port Huron, and then he played for. I said, "Come out on the ice." He goes, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "Just come out on the ice, man. They're not going to care. They're not going to care." So, I mean, Trevor Babin, we tried getting him on the ice, and well, he stayed at the doorway. That was about it. But
yeah, hey, but he was there. He made the attempt. So
yeah, that's one goaltender you can't get in his head. You cannot. I've seen a lot of people chirp him from up above. I mean, even
nothing's getting under that guy's skin.
No.
Why do you think he plays for the Dragons?
I mean, I'm just saying when he was with Motor City, it was just, you know, everybody tried. That was one that there was 18 players on the roster, and you picked a goaltender only to get in his head. Like,
you're not getting
the Dragons. Your team's going to be tough,
right?
Yeah,
and
it's all in fun and games. We all love it.
It is. Yeah. So, you got a special guest coming on your podcast soon, there, Jack, or what?
Yeah, I got I have like a whole list from this summer that I'm having guys on. So like I don't know off the top of my head, but I know Connor Mullins. I'm having him on the show. Like he would play with me in Indiana.
Oh, Richard, you know him.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else? Matt Garcia from Twin City Thunderbirds. Like I've done skates back home with him. Like those are the two that stick out. Like Carter Thornton from like he's my team in Watertown, and he's with Biloxi.
I love that guy. I love that guy. I love Carter. I love Thornton, man. He is just
he's a beauty.
I texted him the other day and asked him if he was coming back, and he's like, "Well, after this season, I don't know where I'm going to end up." I'm like, "Look, man,
Yeah.
we'll help you find a spot. He's a hell of a player."
Yeah, he is. He's a good buddy of mine. So I'm curious to see where he's going to play, and he honestly should be in the SB too.
Yeah. I mean, he went haywire on the goals this year for sure for his team. But what's your take on Carolina? If you got time to talk about them with John Butita and Gus Ford coming back, I mean,
I like it. Like Boots knows the game. Gus, I don't know Gus Ford like that, but like I know Boots. Like they know the game, and I'm for it.
I was really shocked to see they let their coach go.
Yeah,
I mean, he had how many good seasons with them, and he had one bad season. They're like, "See ya, bye."
Sometimes it's all it takes, especially with an organization that's known for playoff hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks, but
you gotta get that new face in there, that new driver, that new starter in there to say, you know what, we're going to do things different this year. Throw everything out. And we're going to start all over. I know that's hard to do, but in this case, it's probably what happened.
Yeah, that probably is. But I think Boots and Gus Ford will do a good job with what they're going to do over there because they've been around Carolina for basically, I want to say, their whole careers.
Yeah, their nicknames Mario and Luigi.
Oh, that's a pretty good nickname for both of those guys.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, go on, Justin.
Oh, I was just going to ask him what he thought about Black Bears with their owner having a new team this year. What do you see as a goaltender? What do you see happening to their goaltending situation room this year?
They always have good goalies. I'm sure, no matter what. Like it's like C-Mac. Like C-Mac has a pretty good story too. Like when my first year in Watertown, I think he was third string, and then he went from third to obviously being the winning championship winning goalie the last 2 years, and then he was obviously this year. Tamea came in and took on the show too. But like Bingo always has pretty good goalies, so I would not be surprised if either C-Mac stays there or goes up to the SP or the coast or whatever, or like they're going to bring in another guy that's going to be really solid in his place.
Yeah. Time will tell. I mean, everything about it, time will tell. It's like we're looking at the clock. We're 4 months away. Think about it. May's almost over with.
Still waiting on the draft to happen, but
it'll come eventually.
We know how the league works, baby steps. So
it'll come eventually.
And the schedule, I'm interested in the schedule. I'm interested in how they're gonna get the teams on the east side of the Mississippi out to California and all that fancy stuff. But that's a whole different conversation for a different day.
Yeah.
And
well, I hope Jack, we see you in a Port uniform, Motor City, Indiana. As long as it's close to Port Huron.
Yeah, as long as it's somewhere close like that, that would be ideal. That'd be huge. But anyone that wants me to come, I'll work for my spot there.
I could tell you my least favorite colors is green and black, just so you know. So
yeah, I know what team you're thinking.
Yeah, I give them respect. They got a hell of an organization, but it's time to give someone else the cup.
Yeah, next year will be the time will tell next year.
Yep. Well, Jack, thank you for coming on Thumbfed Talk. Enjoy your rest of your weekend or whatever you got going on for the rest of the day. Thank you again. You have a lovely day, kind sir.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on.
You're welcome.